Welcome to the first episode of A Perfectly Good Podcast. I'm Elena.
And I'm Malaika.
And we're two Taylor Swift fans. Every week we're going to be going over a different Taylor Swift song. We're going to take turns choosing. I sort of chose this week. This week was like a joint decision. Next week is Malaika's turn. We're just going to go off until we run out of songs. Or until she releases something new.
And our song of the week is Tim McGraw. Okay, so for the first part of this episode, we're thinking of looking into some Taylor Swift news.
Yes.
So, some things that she did recently is she put out some tweets in support of Black Lives Matter. The first tweet, reads, "After stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism, your entire presidency, you have the nerve to feign moral superiority before threatening violence. When the looting starts, the shooting starts, we will vote you out in November, at Donald Trump."
Ooh, she added him and everything.
My girl getting political.
Yes, and I saw on the subreddit, I don't know if this is updated, but last I checked, it was the 13th most liked tweet on Twitter, so her magic 13.
Yes, it's so, amazing that she's finally using her voice and her platform for politics, and that she's stepped out of this grounds where she felt like she couldn't speak up about the things she believed in.
Exactly. I'm so proud of her for this, and the fact that she fully added him on the tweet, that just really got me.
Okay, what's our next piece of news?
Okay, so our next piece of news is from Taylor's Inner Circle. So if you don't know, the Inner Circle is basically this group of people that have a bunch of Taylor's really rare recordings, a lot of old demos, really old songs that she never released, apparently some Lover songs she never released. No one's really sure how they actually got the demos. Some people are oh, they're actually in Taylor's friend group somehow. Some people are Taylor Nation is leaking it to them. We don't really know how they got it. And they could just be fake.
They just have superpowers.
Truly. But Steve, a member of the Inner Circle, this week said, "Something absolutely major is going to be happening shortly. Can't tell you what it is, but it will be a shocker." Which is crazy.
Fire. Ooh, what do you think it is, Elena?
I don't know. Okay, because he did a second thing. He said, "Sorry, I can't say anymore. This is Taylor's special moment, not mine. Stay alert in the coming weeks. As it happens, the one clue I gave will make perfect sense, ... The traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community pass through the generations by word of mouth."
Ooh.
I have no idea what this could be.
Well, okay, dissecting it, I feel like it could mean many different things. So first off, of course, we thought it had something to do with maybe her announcing that she's engaged to Joe, or maybe married, because she said special moment.
I know, I so want it to be that they're married.
It'd be the cutest, just shocker out of nowhere. She releases wedding pictures and everything. Oh my god.
I would die. Oh my god, what if her and Joe just decided to have a quarantine wedding and they oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh. And then
it would be so perfect.
God. And then some other people were saying maybe it has something to do with her masters, her master recordings. When I first heard that theory, I thought she was getting a master's degree for some reason.
I will say that is the type of prank that Taylor would pull on us, and then we would end up looking like clowns.
Oh, literally. Wow, good for her. She's she didn't even go to college. How is she getting a master's degree?
She's been going secretly behind touring.
Literally, I don't even, oh my god. Oh, that would be so funny. Yeah, but then we were thinking maybe it's a book of some kind.
Yeah, because it makes sense. He says this, stories passed down through generations, which is sort of the definition of oral histories. Mm-hmm. I don't know how, is she just going to tell us stories out loud?
It almost seems that'd almost be talking about her songs, because they're so personal or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah. But I
I'm
feel
not
like that's
sure.
nothing new. Like, she literally released her diaries. She, like, did the whole commentary things for, like, 1989. I feel
Yeah,
like that's not something new that she would give us.
exactly. It's like, yeah. And especially because she also just released Miss Americana, so it's like there's not much of a memoir left in her, to be honest. Like, she kind of already did that. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I'm very excited for whatever she ends up putting out, but I'm curious.
I'm curious too. I also think it's gonna take a while if it's true because we're in such a like heated cultural moment. Like anyone doing anything personal right now, it's just like not the time and not the place. So I feel like we're gonna have to wait like months before we find out what this is.
I know. Oh my god, that's the saddest thing because, as you know, Cruel Summer is one of my favorite songs. I've been waiting for Cruel Summer to come out as a single, and this is not the moment for that.
Yeah. Like a couple weeks ago when it was just the pandemic, people were like, "Oh, I don't know if she should do Cruel Summer. Like, it's not a great time, with this whole pandemic and everything." And people were like, "No, like it's fine. Like, people will get it. It's just the name of the song." And now this like whole thing is happening and everyone's like, "No, she should not do that." We're all like, "No."
No. Could you imagine the stupidity if she did? Like, it was like, you had the Black Lives Matter movement, the police brutality, the pandemic,
Oh my
people losing their jobs, and she's like, it's just a
Just a
cruel
Cruel
summer.
Summer. I mean, like, obviously the context is completely different, but it would still be like, it would just be not a good look for her. Like, it would just
Yeah.
not be a good look.
I wonder if this ruined any plans or something. Because remember, like, a few months ago or whatever, I don't know if it was in Miss Americana or whatever, but there was that snippet where she was, like, in, like, the trailer and she was shooting a music video, but it's not any scene that appeared in any of the music videos she released before. Everyone thought that it was the Cruel Summer music video. Do you
I
think
thought
that
that
it
it was
exists?
okay. I thought that that clip was just from the Me video, and it was her in the marching band outfit without the hat.
It could
Is
be.
that the one you're talking about?
I don't think so. I think it was like something like she was wearing something I'd like never seen before.
Okay, I trust you. I just like kind of remember something like that happening, and then people were like, "No,
Yeah.
it's from Me."
Honestly, that could be it too. But now I'm wondering because I think she definitely meant to release Cruel Summer as a single. You
Yeah.
know, she said like, how can Cruel Summer not be released in the summer? So I feel like
Yeah.
there's definitely potential for there to have been a music video and that she just can't release it now.
Yeah, and then I think there were also like rumors swirling around that because of the pandemic, one of her sets got shut down. So it's possible that she like filmed part or most of a video and she's like missing part of it, and that's also why she maybe hasn't released it besides everything else.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I think she normally does like films her music videos before she starts tour rehearsal. And since she was supposed to go on tour this summer, it probably would have been around the time that all the shutdowns started. So that's what makes me think that.
No, that makes sense, like timeline wise.
Yeah. God, but I just want a Cruel Summer music video so badly.
It would have just been so cool, and I think in my mind I always imagined that it was gonna like start at the same place where Getaway Car ended.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I want to see that. My eyes need to see that.
Yes, literally. Oh my God.
Talking about getaway cars
Oh yeah.
and drama. On to our little game of the week.
Yes! Our little game of the week. I shamelessly pulled this from the r/Taylor Swift subreddit. It's my favorite. The credit for this idea goes to user Sunny121, and she or he, I don't know, they asked, if Taylor Swift crashed your wedding on accident and promised to play 3 songs to make it up to you, which would you have her do?
Okay, so I had to think really hard about this one because my favorite songs aren't really the most appropriate to play at my wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
of course, I want to hear her play All Too Well, but I feel like that's a bad omen for my marriage.
Yeah, you can have her play a breakup song at your wedding.
Yeah. So this one took a lot of calculating. I said Holy Ground Love Story, because it's my favorite song ever, and Untouchable, because I feel like they're all three just such sweet songs about love.
I thought Untouchable kind of came out of left field. I was like, okay, Holy Ground. Okay, Love Story, Untouchable. Okay.
Okay, I put so much thought into Untouchable, though, because there's the whole line where it's like, you're burning brighter than the sun, like, and when we touch it, it feels like coming undone. And it's, like, really about getting lost in each other and stuff like that. And it's, like, a love that feels untouchable from, like, the outside. And I put so much thought into that
so
for no
interesting
reason.
because I've always thought of Untouchable as, like, kind of, like, a sad song. I guess because it's so slow and, like, acoustic. But, like, I always thought of it as, like, almost like she's realizing they can't be together. Like, he's untouchable.
Really? I don't know. You could be right, and we could just have interpreted
I haven't
totally
thought about
differently.
the lyrics in, like, ages. I have no idea.
No, honestly, I just have not, like, that's how I always saw it, as just, like, a love that's untouchable. But I could just be making up things in my mind.
I mean, you can play it anyway. Who cares? It's a great song.
That's true. But imagine if, like, I tell her to sing it, and she's like, it's a breakup song. Are you sure?
Are you sure? That would be so funny.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Alright, what about you? What are your 3 songs?
Okay, I'm still not sure about the third one, but I'm definitely sure about Lover. That has to be my first dance song, so she can play that for my first dance. Love Story, because it's a banger, everyone knows it, everyone can dance and sing along, it'll be the best memory of my life. And then the third one, I wasn't sure, because I almost wanted to do You Are in Love, because it's, like, one of my favorite songs of hers that has, like, it's, like, genuinely just about, like, love and and, like, it's positive, but it's, like, not totally positive. And then I also just really want to hear her play Sparks Fly live, so I couldn't decide.
That's a hard choice.
Yeah,
It
because
really
I feel
is.
like Sparks Fly, I thought about it because I was like, that's a banger, and, like, everyone can dance to that, but I guess, I don't know how many, like, regular people know about Sparks Fly, so...
Yeah. But I think, like, I'm assuming she couldn't do it with a band. It would just be her and the guitar.
Like, her
and I feel like hearing an
acoustically?
acoustic version of Sparks Fly would be so amazing.
Oh my god, the, like, Speak Now tour version of Sparks Fly is so incredible. I am obsessed with it. I guess she has her band in that one too. Okay. But yeah. Just everything she does would be perfect. But I also just really like You Are in Love. Like, that would be a really nice, like, closer for the night.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you're, like, dancing with your, you know, new husband, new wife, and your arms are around them, and in the background it's like, you are in love.
In love. And I'm like, yes, I am in love. All right, do we want to get to our song of the week?
Yes. Okay, in case y'all forgot, since we've spent literally forever talking about other stuff, it's Tim McGraw.
Yeah, so we chose this one because it's her first single ever. It felt appropriate to put it first on the podcast. It's just, like, such a really sweet song. Like, it's so good and, like, melancholy and, like, nostalgic, which is crazy because she was, like, 15 when she wrote it. She was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that she even had these emotions back then. Like, I think in, like, high school, when I was 15, this is not at all, like, the stuff that was going on in my mind.
Oh, absolutely not. I was thinking about my Doctor Who fan account. Not, like, you know, my boyfriend moving to college.
Yeah, no. And it's even crazier because she said that she wrote this song, like, literally in 20 minutes, and the idea just came up to her in her math class. Like, that's not what I'm thinking
know.
about in math class.
That's literally crazy to me. Like, apparently she wrote Tim McGraw and our song both in 20 minutes. Like, that's how? I don't understand how she's so freaking talented. Like, it's not
This song
fair.
just shows so much range and, like, lyrical genius for someone so young.
know. I'm like, it's honestly just, like, astounding. Like, I will never get over the fact that her whole self-titled debut album is, like, impeccable, and was written by, like, a teenager, like a really young teenager. Like, that's always crazy to me.
Yeah, like, I couldn't write that now, and I'm almost 20.
Oh, absolutely not. Liz Rose helped her write the lyrics. Liz Rose also helped her do All Too Well. She did a lot of self-titled, so she's awesome. I love her.
She's
I
a
love all the
queen.
songs.
I wonder what she looks like, because I've never actually seen a picture of Liz Rose, but I really picture her in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, what does she actually look like?
Oh, I have no idea. I just picture, like, a medium tall brunette lady with glasses.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she really looks like.
I used to have this, like, theory. I know it's probably not true, but I had this theory that, like, Liz Rose was the pen name for Taylor's mom, and it was, like, her and her mom were writing all the songs together.
Oh, that's so cute. Except I feel like people have definitely seen the actual Liz Rose at, interviews and stuff.
I know she's real now. I mean, like, when I first heard about this person, I was like, I don't know who you are. You're lying.
It's so funny. Oh my god.
So the song is supposedly about her high school boyfriend who is going off to college. I am theorizing that it's Drew because same album, but it could be another guy.
Yeah, I don't know if Drew is also the guy from 15, but I feel like it's probably the same guy from 15 because she talks about him being, like, a senior and, like, you know, being popular and stuff. And she was also 15, so the timeline matches up.
Yeah. And it was really funny because I was, like, looking at an interview, because I just think it's always interesting to know what song she does for who. And she was like, yeah, like, the guy I wrote this song for, like, he really, you know, he was touched that I wrote a song for him, but mostly he was happy that he wasn't the guy I wrote Picture to Burn about.
That's so funny. Oh man, Picture to Burn is also great.
Oh, literally such a bop. And I always wonder who that's about because...
I know. The whole self-titled album is, like, crazy because it's, like, the only time she's dating people who, like, we don't actually know about. Like, it's, like, not, like, a celebrity that we can, like, you know, find out more information about. It's literally just this boy who went to her high school.
Yeah. Oh my god. I wonder if he's, like, famous.
Guy, though. Yeah,
I wonder if he, like...
Does he think about the fact that he broke up with Taylor Swift, like, every day of his life?
Yeah.
Like...
I assume fans know who he is, and, like, I wonder if he has, like, a lot of Instagram followers or something, and all he's known as is, like, Taylor's ex.
That's so funny. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I feel like I didn't, like, super duper, like, go into it, but I did do a fair bit of research on this song, and, like, it didn't say anywhere, like, who the guy was, so I don't know.
I looked it up, not about this song specifically, but just, like, the guys in, like, the debut album, and they literally put Drew's first and last name. I was like, you do not care about this man's privacy.
Leave him alone. That's so funny. Oh my god, imagine being Drew, too, because it's, like, it's one thing to be this nameless, faceless man that, like, Taylor is talking about, but, like, to be, like, name-dropped in that song. Oh, that's hysterical.
That's crazy. We should invite him on the podcast.
Oh my god. We literally should. That would be hilarious.
If he answered. Okay, we'll ask him, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so this song is also produced by Nathan Chapman, who is pretty famous in the country industry. He worked with, like, Keith Urban and a bunch of other artists.
He also did a lot of songs with Taylor. And, like, he's kind of a fan favorite for producers because he has, like, such a distinct, like, feeling in his songs. Like, I feel like Jack Antonoff, like, he also is really distinct, but he's, like, very production heavy, whereas Chapman, I feel like, is a little bit more subtle, which I kind of like.
Yeah. No, definitely all the songs that I've heard that he's produced are really good. And I heard a rumor that he, again, I don't know if this is true, but he had worked with Tim McGraw on some of his earlier songs.
Ooh.
I can't find... I literally saw this once on Reddit and never again, so it could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that would be so cool.
Yeah. And speaking of Tim McGraw, the song that Taylor references within the song, like the one they dance to all night long, is Can't Tell Me Nothing by Tim himself.
Ooh.
Which is, like, the secret note in the albums, like, when she used to capitalize letters in the lyric book to spell out things.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the secret message for the Tim McGraw.
Oh, that is so cool. And I just like, I wonder when she was writing this, like, she can't have possibly imagined that she would like meet Tim, sing this song in front of
Yes.
him, have
Like,
her own song with Tim.
yes,
Oh
she
my God.
collabed with Tim. Oh my god.
For the epic track that is Highway Don't Care.
Highway Don't Care slaps. Oh my god.
Oh my God. It's just like crazy. Like, imagine if we wrote a song right now called Taylor Swift. And
Yeah.
like, in 10 years, we were like more famous than her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we like collabed with Taylor. We were more famous. Oh my god, that would be crazy.
So there is a little bit of, not tea behind the album, but apparently there's a demo version that I found on Reddit again, just randomly. Someone had leaked this demo version, and some of the lyrics were different, and there was a big controversy in the comments. Some fans did not like the fact that she changed the lyrics. But as everyone knows, in the last verse, the original lyrics are, "And I'm back for the first time since then. I'm standing on your street. And there's a letter left on your doorstep, and the first thing that you'll read." But in the demo recording, it actually goes, "I've been back a couple times since then. I didn't look you up. Some dreams you can't catch again. You gotta leave it as it was." What do you think?
Well, first of all, I heard it as "some trains you can't catch again." Which is definitely worse than "some dreams you can't catch again."
Dude, you may be right. I heard dreams, but maybe it was trains.
No idea. I only listened to it once, so I'm like not sure, but oh my god, that really cracked me up when I saw you like write it down. I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk about that.
Dude, I don't know which one of us is wrong. I also only listened to it once. So
Yeah.
it could be trains.
I just think it would be really funny if it was "some trains you can't catch again. You gotta leave it as it was." Oh my god. I think generally,
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of like "some dreams you can't catch again. You gotta leave it as it was."
Yeah.
But I do kind of like how the first thing that you'll read like leads into the chorus again. I think that's fun.
Yeah. Do you think she could have said "some dreams you can't catch again"? No. And the first thing that you'll read. Never mind. I was like, it just wouldn't be too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like, I don't know. The letter is just so visual. Like when I think of the song Tim McGraw, I always think of like the letter.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of like iconic of her to put that in. And also it's in the music video, like her leading the letter. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I do like both. I like both versions of the lyrics, but I kind of prefer how it ended up.
Yeah, I think so too, just because, yeah, there's so much you know what I mean? She says letter so many times in the song, and then to end it like this would just feel like a little, like it's not following up with this, like, motif that she's created.
Yeah, I agree.
So, what are your thoughts on the song as a whole?
As a whole, it is, I just have to reiterate how astounded I am that this is like her first single, because it's truly better than like most artists' best single, and this isn't even her best single. Like, I know I'm biased because I love Taylor more than I love almost anyone else, but like, just like the song is like genuinely so well constructed, and like it's such a good song. Like, it's so country and like so nostalgic, and like the emotional depth of it is crazy for like a 15-year-old. Like, yeah, it's incredible. It's like a feat. It's a work of art.
Yeah, I think there's just so much complexity in the way she, like, even as a 15-year-old starts to see love, you know what I mean? And there's just so much depth in the way she describes, like, the feeling of nostalgia, the feeling of, like, knowing that you're about to lose something that you like, but you know that you're losing it for, like, a good reason, or you know you're losing it and there's really nothing you can do. Like, the acceptance at the core of the song is so sad, and I have never, like, really felt someone recreate a feeling like this, especially in their debut.
Yeah, like the fact that it's so nostalgic and she wrote it before they even broke up is like crazy. Like,
I wonder if that was like a bad omen. Like, do you think they would still be together if she didn't like prophesize their breakup?
I think maybe they had talked about breaking up because, like, from the way she describes it, she was like, yeah, he was going off to college and we were going to break up. So it seems
Yeah.
like it was like they had already pretty much decided.
Oh, that's still so sad.
I know. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, all that being said, this isn't like my favorite song. It's like it's very good. But I
Yeah.
think part of the reason I rank it so high whenever I do my lists is just because of how impressed I am that she wrote it so young and like how impressive it is and like the iconic status of like being a first single.
Yeah. I think that overall it doesn't rank that high on my list, but from the debut album, it's like top 2 for me.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's like our song, Tim McGraw, everything else.
Oh,
Well,
I
picture to
love
burn,
our
picture to
song.
burn.
Okay, I love our song, but I always rank Cold as You and
Ooh.
and Tim McGraw as like my top 2. Like, I love those songs.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, Cold as You also is like so good. Our song is like number 3 on my list right now though, so it's just like iconic for me.
What do you think of the music video?
Yeah, so this one actually does have a music video. I found it so funny. Like, it's so dated. It's like so charming, but it's so dated. Like, I love the fact that the camera is just constantly zooming in on one of her eyes, and you can just see her like makeup look. It's like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Dude, I literally could not stop laughing at the guy that they cast to play like the love interest or whatever. I feel like he didn't want to be there. Like, his face looks so dead in
He
every
really had,
scene.
like, literally. He just like truly had nothing behind his eyes. It was so funny.
It's like he was trying to disassociate himself from that moment. Like, I literally spent the whole time thinking, like, did Taylor like smell or something? Like, why? Like, looks like he's trying not to react to something.
Oh
Like,
my god. Oh my god. It's so true though. They truly just like picked a random person off the street. They like picked some random guy at her high school and they were like, "Do you want $20?" Like
and he was
Oh my
horrible. Clearly, this is not the role that was made for him.
Oh my god. But
Yeah.
also to talk about the boy even more and to make fun of him more, I love, this is probably actually more making fun of Taylor, but I love that the name of the guy is Johnny on the envelope. I don't know why, that's just so funny to me. It like cracks me
I wonder
up.
if that was that guy's name. Like,
Yeah,
do you think the
maybe.
actor's name was just Johnny?
Or like the guy she was actually dating.
Not that guy she was dating, because I feel like maybe that was putting him out too much, but maybe just like the guy that they asked to be the guy. They were like, yeah, like let's put your name on it.
Maybe. I mean, like, she did name drop Drew in the same album, so I feel like
That's true.
perhaps it is the guy's real name. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just like Johnny doesn't seem like a real, like, that's like not a name from like our generation. Like, no one's called Johnny.
Yeah. Could you imagine, like, oh yeah, like Taylor Swift and Johnny dated?
That would be so funny.
Dude, I wonder if that's something that the actor dude or whatever is proud of. Like, is he like, oh, that's really cool, like weird flex, but I'm actually in a Taylor Swift video. I'm in her first ever one.
He kissed Taylor Swift.
Like, I think that would just be the coolest thing. Like, no one knows who he is.
Yeah, that'd be like, like, I think about that all the time with all her debut stuff. I'm like, everyone who interacted with her in that era, like, they must be like, I don't even know how they feel right now. Like, they must be like kicking themselves. Like, everyone who dated her in high school, like, that's wild.
Yeah, I'd be like, please take me back. Take me back.
Heck. Oh my god. And then there was like a rumor that like my friend's older brother, who was like 5 or 6 years older than us, and we were like, I don't know, 8 at the time. So he was in high school, and he was like, yeah, like, this girl I know at my school, or it was like a friend of a friend, is Taylor Swift's cousin. But they like don't talk because like their parents don't get along or something.
That's so funny.
I
That means you have
know.
a connection to Taylor somehow. You have to
Yeah, exactly.
figure out how to get to her.
I literally have no idea like I think it's probably just some girl whose last name happened to be Swift. And she was like, yeah, Taylor's my cousin. Like,
Yeah. And someone was like, prove it. And she's like, I can't. We don't talk
can't.
anymore.
Yeah, literally. Literally, that's what happened. Oh my god.
Well, we have to find her too and interview her.
Yes, exactly. We have to track her down.
So, where would you say that Tim McGraw is on your list of like songs as a whole?
On my Taylor Swift best to worst playlist that I just updated today, it's number 23 out of 107.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's in the top like 25% or whatever first quartile.
Yeah, I don't have like a hard ranking because my list got messed up and I haven't had time to look at it, but I estimated that it would be about at a 15 because it is a song I go back to a lot, and actually I didn't used to go back to it as much, but then I heard the Maggie Rogers version of this song.
Oh yes, it's so good. Oh my god.
Ugh, literally, like she changes like the rhyme scheme a little bit, but it's like so ethereal and different, and it like brought me back to the original Tim McGraw, and like I was like, wow, I forgot how amazing this was. So currently it's at my 15.
Yeah, that's like solid. That's good for that. Good for Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing I want to say. In the music video, there's like one shot where she has her hair in pigtails, and I think it's like the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
Like,
dude, adorable.
I love her hair from that era. It's so cute.
Dude, it's so sad to hear her talk about how much she like straightened her hair, and now the fact that she like just can't get it back to being curly like it was.
Yeah, that's like wild to me. Like, I didn't know that you could. It's so weird because I always think of like once the hair is out of your head, it doesn't affect, like, what you do to it doesn't affect how it grows, but I guess it does. Like, if you straighten it all the time, it comes out straight for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, her hair is beautiful now, so I'm not saying
Yeah,
that.
I know. I actually really like the way it's textured now. I think
Yeah.
it's really cute.
It has that weird, like, little bit of curl, like, here and there.
Yeah, like,
but
it's a
not,
little
like,
wavy.
curly.
Yeah. I wonder if she, like, because that's, like, kind of how my hair looks when I put it in braids. I wonder if she
Yeah.
just braids it when she has to, like, go and do a performance or something.
I can see her doing that.
Or just, like,
Very
curling
country.
it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any final thoughts on Tim McGraw?
I mean, just that it's iconic and I love it.
Okay, true. My
Yeah.
final thought is I think that we should make a remix, and we have to change the words to when you think of Taylor Swift, I hope you think of me.
Yes, perfect. All right, Malaika, have you decided what our song is for next week? Are you still thinking about it?
Okay, I haven't fully decided, but I think it's definitely going to be a song from 1989. I
Ooh.
think it's going to be Wonderland, but
Oh, okay.
yes, no firm decisions yet.
All right, well, tune in next week to find out.
Yes, thank you so much for taking your time to listen to a perfectly good podcast. This is Malaika.
This is Elena. Bye.